live direct from the A&R studios. It's the Empire of Nerd podcast. Here's your host, the PokéTrooper.
Thank you again, lovely assistant, for that wonderful intro, and welcome back to the Empire of Nerd podcast. I am your host, the PokéTrooper, and with me, as always, is the ever Mr. Dashing himself, Dr. Snake.
Woo-hoo! What's up, you guys?
What's going on, Dr. Snake? What's new?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. I finally made a trip to Frankincense this past weekend.
Thank God.
I know. I was so past overdue. I wanted to check out the new location. And, bro, I came out with a bunch of random shit.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah. From statues to posters. My girl got like a little, the Black Series Baby Yoda. I mean, no, yeah. So, dude, the box was like almost like a credit card.
It's tiny, yeah.
It's super tiny. I was like, wow.
I've been keeping my eye on those. I want one, but
So, yeah, dude, we went out good.
That's good, man. That's good. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna have to do a joint trip one of these days.
Yeah, dude, I unleash my geekiness. Even besides the whole 6 feet apart thing and this and that, dude, I'm super happy there's something like that for us.
Yeah.
That's
good. And like I said, it's like a nice little taste of a con without having to go deal with all of it. So, yeah, that's
totally
cool.
free, totally wide. There's a bunch of varieties, dude. Like, yeah, you'll definitely get your fix.
If you're a fan of anything, you'll find it there.
Oh yeah,
easily. Easily. But yeah, myself, just started the second half of season 3 of Attack on Titan with lovely assistant.
Ooh, so what'd you think?
It's really good so far. We got to the part where they obviously it's like the first where they defeat that one Titan that's kind of dragging itself on the floor, the girl's dad, and then they finally made her a queen. So we just got past that, and so now we're going to get into, like, I guess when they're moving out into the city or back to Shinganshina.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that.
That's pretty dope.
So I'm like, and then supposedly season 4, or at least the last part of the series, supposed to end this year with with season 4 coming out after and all that. So.
Yeah, because I know that there is a preview for season 4, but I just don't want to check it out because I'm still on season 3.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a good part that you're on.
Yeah, that was badass. I mean, threw the all the black powder into the mouth. It just went.
Yeah.
Just blew up. So that was pretty badass. But yeah, man. But other than that, not just work. Not much, going on really.
Average Joe.
Yeah. I almost died today though.
Wow.
Say that. Yeah. So I'm setting up for today's show, and I get the microphone, this beautiful Blue Yeti microphone that you're listening to us.
Yes.
Pull it out of its little box and unwrap it, and holy shit, the biggest fucking spider I've ever seen falls off of the microphone into the box.
So your life flashed in front of you
Twice.
Yeah.
I had enough time for it to go by twice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but this shit was about as big as a quarter, not including the legs.
Híjole.
So it was a big ass spider.
Híjole.
And I did what any other man would do.
You threw the mic.
I called my wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, I don't like spiders.
Oh, you don't?
Plain and simple, I don't like it.
Phobia?
I don't think it's a phobia, because I'll kill a spider if I have to or whatever. Like if I see one on TV or whatever, I'm not gonna freak out. But like, I don't like spiders, dude. Just don't. So you can imagine about how much Spider-Man scares me. But yeah, no, dude. I was like, oh god, dude.
Wow.
And I think we sat down one time and tried to figure it out, and I kind of pinpointed like the origin of it, and it all goes back to when I was little, and my mom was trying to get me off the bottle.
Yep.
So the way to convince me, she filled it up full of water. And you do remember those in Halloween? They used to give you those little rings that look like spiders.
Oh, of course, the plastic ones. It's like blue or orange or green.
Yeah, so she just filled the bottle up with that and would tell me there's spiders in my bottle.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, thanks, Mom.
What a way to put you out of the bottle, man.
Yeah, it worked though, apparently.
Yeah, well, now you have a phobia, bro.
But anyways, enough about mental scarring and traumatizing childhoods.
My goodness.
Let's jump into the news, dude. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Well, news-wise, we got a nice mix of news, but our topic today is pretty cool. So
nice.
First and foremost, Crash 4 just announced.
Dude, I love the title.
I love it. Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time.
Dude, he's back. He's back.
It's going to be so good. I've seen the gameplay trailer, and I mean, it looks amazing. Like, it's just they took pretty much everything that they got from the remake and just kind of like went beyond that.
It's pretty cool because so the fact that the title is called "It's About Time." If you pre-order it at GameStop, they give you a little. It's like a little toy, I believe, but it's an hourglass.
That's cool. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so obviously when you flip it, obviously like it's just based off like the time, but yeah, so it's pretty cool.
I like when you pre-order it, they give you the code for like the '90s clothing.
Oh,
and it's just like the most lamest '90s clothes ever, but it's cool. It is what it is,
90 clothes could go for what neon. Oh no, that's '80s, right? More of a neon look.
I would say like late '80s, early '90s.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
You had like those really weird glasses that were like just like one big ass lens.
Yeah, that's right. And then it's all
like
like jagged and
yeah,
it's like the lightning or something.
The one thing I remember from the '90s is that what is it? The white background with the blue splotch and the purple line.
Oh, dude,
it was like on cups and napkins and everything.
Yeah,
that's what I remember from the '90s.
Yeah, nail salons and shit.
Oh yeah, dude. And so yeah, so I mean, I actually didn't pay enough attention. I didn't get a date, so hopefully this year.
October something.
Thank you. That's better than my guess.
You're very welcome.
But yeah, so October we'll be getting this. So you know what? It looks like this year, like a lot of the good games are coming out at the end of the year. Closer towards PS5. I did notice.
Yeah. A bunch of obviously like remakes, like even like Tony Hawk, with that Crash Bandicoot. I mean, games that are actually throw us off from like left field.
Yeah.
I did not know they're making a Crash. I didn't expect it. When I saw that trailer, I was like, dude, thank you.
That literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, since we're still kind of touched on the 80s there, moving on.
Yep.
I actually got 2 80s themed news bits.
Give it to me, baby.
So first and foremost, did you ever watch Cobra Kai on YouTube?
Not much. I've heard of it. I maybe saw one or two just to see what it was, but nothing to,
So
grasp.
yeah, so they got 2 seasons now, and I hear it's really good. I haven't had a chance to watch it because I don't want to pay for yet another streaming service. But dude, Cobra Kai is getting a 3rd season and it's moving to Netflix.
Oh, nice.
And so in case if you're worried that I didn't watch the first 2 seasons, don't worry, people, because they're also bringing seasons 1 and 2 along.
Yeah, buddy.
So season 1 and 2 should be dropping sometime this year.
Yeah.
With season 3 coming next year.
I'm game.
So if you don't know, somehow you've had your head under a rocks for the last couple of years. Cobra Kai is a show that kind of takes place after the events of Karate Kid, and it's like Johnny grew up and he's got his own dojo, and so it's just kind of them like butting heads, and yeah, the Karate Kid comes out. Oh, wasn't it Joe Macchio?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he shows up in there, and they're like, "Oh, you want to finish what we started like so many years ago?" And
wow,
it's pretty cool, dude. It's cheesy, but it's like I want to watch it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just don't want to get YouTube red.
Yeah.
But
we can wait.
yeah, the other thing that I'm really excited about, I really hope it goes through. Michael Keaton in talks to come back out as Batman.
I'm down. I'm game. I honestly, that is one of my favorite Batmans, Michael Keaton. Even though I feel like he didn't do much, but he fit the role.
He was perfect, honestly.
I don't know. I don't know if it was him or Tim Burton that made him such like a good Batman. Either the outfit, the suit, the villains at the time.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm game.
Those 2 Batman movies are they're dark enough to appeal to adults, and it's just like but it still has like that level of like just like fantasy to it. Like, just crazy. Like it didn't have to be like the gritty fucking Christian Bale Batman, which was I mean great Batman movies. No one's saying it's not.
Yeah.
But for the time it was like it was just like the perfect amount of like gritty, dark, and humor.
Yeah, I when I say Gotham, I think of Tim Burton films.
Oh yeah,
I think of that film with the clowns when they're coming out of like the dirt bikes from like the presents and stuff like that, and then like just like the sewers all steamy and shit, and then like the Batmobile just come out of nowhere, dude. Like it was very dark and very sad for Gotham City, but that was the point. That's it's Gotham.
Yeah, so he's talking about coming back as Batman, dude. That's gonna be cool. So it's gonna be for DC's. I think they're making a Flashpoint movie finally.
Damn.
So for people who don't know what Flashpoint is, it was an event that happened. It involved the entire like Justice League, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the main focus was the Flash, and I guess he finally went into like the fucking Lightspeed Cosmic Force, whatever it's called, and just like broke through like fucking alternate universes. Mm-hmm. And one of the universes, they actually made an animated movie. So if you have a chance to find it, watch it. It's really good. It's just called Flashpoint. And he breaks into this alternate universe where instead of Thomas and Martha Wayne dying in the alley, it was Bruce that was killed. And so, Martha and Thomas Wayne ended up splitting ways. Thomas Wayne became Batman,
Okay.
who uses guns. And then I believe Martha Wayne became the Joker.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
So like they're jumping alternate timelines and shit like that. So it looks really, really cool. So far right now, they're just kind of like in the talks with it. And I believe it is going to be, I think his name's Ezra Miller from the show, from the Flash show.
Yep.
So he's obviously going to be him in the movie.
Tight.
And so,
Dude,
so yeah.
I'm kind of down if they put old Batman as Michael Keaton for Batman Beyond.
I've been wanting that movie for so freaking long.
Dude, imagine that, like,
Be
just
perfect.
like for like a Batman Beyond, and then you have old Bruce Wayne, and it's Michael Keaton.
I had the smallest glimmer of hope when they announced that what's his face was going to be Batman.
Okay.
Was his name Edward? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my god, like he's young enough, he might still be able to pull it off. But have him as Terry McGinnis and then Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
And just do Batman Beyond.
Take my money.
I would watch that movie multiple times. I
Yes.
might watch it more times than Star Wars.
Wow.
Not gonna lie. Because,
Wow.
Dude, low-key, Batman Beyond was really fucking good.
It was good.
It was really underrated, so
It was underrated.
I wish they would at least bring it back.
Only a few seasons too. Only
Yeah.
like, two seasons or 3 seasons.
Dude, you know what's funny? What I realized, I forgot who I was telling, but DC is really good at making cartoons.
Yeah.
Not so much movies. They're kind of hit and miss. I mean, obviously, like I said, we have Christian Bale's Batman. We have the original Batman series. And, but honestly, dude, like, Marvel's good for the movies, but DC does a way better job at cartoons.
If they pump out more cartoons on how I've been doing, like the one I think you have it in your collection, that Batman Beyond, I think the Killing Joker, or
Oh, the Killing Joke. No.
No.
Return Joker.
Yeah, so that was a great one.
That was amazing.
If you've seen like the rated R version of it, I mean, it's pretty much just that one part at the end that they actually use a gun.
Yeah, they shoot Joker.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, the only reason why it was rated R.
Yeah.
Or the uncut
Yeah,
version.
uncensored.
Uncensored. Dude, all of
and
those are
also
great.
see Harley Quinn's boobs.
There's another part. And then I even enjoyed like Batman Samurai and all the
That was
other
a good
ones
one.
too. Like I think there was a Batman one where there was like a bunch of artists that actually got together and actually made Batmans.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude, DC has some good storytelling.
They're good with cartoons. I don't know
Yeah.
why they can't transfer it over to movies. I mean, like I said, the movies are very hit and miss. You get a good bunch, then you get a couple that are kind of meh.
Yeah.
I mean, they have their fans. I mean, I wasn't a fan of what's his name, Aquaman, but people love Aquaman. I'm pretty sure it has to do with Jason Momoa too.
Yeah.
But like honestly, like I'm not a fan of Aquaman, so when the movie came out, I was just like meh, wasn't impressed. Wonder Woman was great. Loved Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like I'm waiting for Wonder Woman 1984. That's gonna be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But like for the other movies, it's just I was never really meh,
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, since we're talking about Batman, did you see the director of, I think it was Batman and Robin, Joel?
Yeah.
Was it Schumacher?
Batman Robin and Batman Forever.
Yeah, he just passed away,
passed
dude.
away.
Age 80.
Ooh, long run, baby.
Long, illustrious career there, man. But
Yeah.
so
yeah.
you can't, he lived his life, but he will be missed. It was a good. They were corny movies.
They're corny films, but it made it. Like
Yeah.
it made
was,
I mean, you have to put those films in the Batman timeline.
It did give us Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
I want to see him again, but dark.
Yeah. Well.
Dark. Like Eternal Sunshine type of shit.
Oh shit.
But just Jim Carrey, just dark.
I want to see Schwarzenegger come back as Mr. I don't know why I was about to say Mr. T,
Mr. T.
but Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, yeah.
But
yeah.
dude, that'd be amazing. Old Arnold as Mr. Freeze.
That'd be dope,
really, that'd be really cool.
And he's still trying to save his wife.
Yeah,
He's just
she's still frozen.
she's still frozen.
It's still
Like
there,
Jesus, like Daily Mission Man type of shit.
But yeah. Oh, dude, can you imagine?
Oh,
So
that'd be
you have to get Mr. Freeze to go hunt down Wesley Snipes.
Oh,
Like it would be crazy.
that'd be funny.
But yeah, and so I guess still continuing on the line of sad news, but Undertaker from WWE officially retired.
That's it.
That is a long 30 years in the business.
Dude, he had, I want to say, the longest winning streak for WrestleMania.
Heavyweight, yeah.
He had the longest winning streak for WrestleMania, and dude, he just kept literally, he kept coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
You know, and that was fucking dope. That was
Yeah,
super
so
dope.
it was pretty cool. I mean, his final match was against AJ Styles,
Mm-hmm.
one of the newer wrestlers. And it was a buried alive match, and he fucking buried AJ Styles, got on his motorcycle, and rode away.
Wow.
How fucking badass is that?
What a dramatic movie.
He even said it was a perfect moment. You don't get too many of those.
What? He said that?
Yeah, he said that.
Damn.
I mean, that's a good send off. That was his final match, you know.
that was good.
You know, and so he said he's pretty much done, but he would consider coming back for at least one more match, but it has to be like really special.
Damn. Like, how special can you get? Like, what does he want to, like, who does he want to fight?
I don't know.
Or wrestle.
What I would want to see would be, you know, fucking 4-way match between the, you know, biggest stars of Attitude Era, dude. Stone Cold, Rock, Undertaker, and Triple H. How badass would that be?
Tag team match for the belt or something.
Not even tag team, just everybody all for themselves for the ultimate champion. That's it. Like you will be considered the baddest of fucking WWE history.
I'll be down to see Stone Cold with Undertaker.
That'd be badass, dude.
That'd be bad.
So yeah, so he's gone, and so they're gonna make a docu-series about it, and you know, it should be good. So hopefully that should be coming out soon. But yeah, with all the news out of the way, let's finally. Oh, actually, last second, breaking news, I guess you can say. I don't know. Lovely Assistant just passed me this thing.
Okay.
But Disneyland is actually delaying their. They're actually delaying their planned reopening.
Up to when?
Let me see real quick. So it was supposed to be next month on what was it, July 17th. I'm sorry, almost said December. No, they were supposed to open back up July 17th.
Mm-hmm.
But they're deciding to delay it a little bit because I guess blah 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 blah. People are just still sick, and there's a lot of people having to come back from work. I mean, you're talking about thousands of workers just by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, they have to delay a little bit. They have to get everything ready, and I guess they're still waiting for approval for the hotel rooms. So I guess
I see what you mean.
I
Because,
mean,
dude, like, Disneyland is internationally. You have people that are coming from locals to just out of country, you know, and then plus, I think you were telling me last time that they were even trying to do stations that you could take off your mask,
yeah,
right? And that's, I mean, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. I mean, it's just there's no running away from this, you know. And
Yeah.
you could be aware, and you could do, you know, take your precautions on, you know, doing whatever you have repeated in your head on the news to yourself every day. But that's a toughie, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that they actually kind of pushed it back, just to kind of touch and feel on the water.
I honestly think it's just more like a logistical thing. It's just too many people all at once, and you know people are going to be fighting to get in there because people love Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, so far it looks like what to say. Oh yeah, so downtown Disney was still open. So I mean, if you want to at least go down there and at least be in the atmosphere.
I think just from the atmosphere and just shopping around.
Yeah.
You know, I've gone to my favorite store, Nordstrom Rack, masked up. So I was super happy with that. But yeah, I mean, as long as it's pretty much all shopping centers and stuff like that, you know, you're set.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. You still got the Lego store down there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna.
Pretty badass.
So yeah, so downtown Disney's gonna be opening July 9th, I think it said. But as for the park, they're gonna delay it a little bit. So I mean, like I said, it's gonna be freaking hectic getting in there, dude. I mean, so I remember when Rise of the Resistance the ride opened.
Yep.
There was a line like before 7 in the morning before the park even opened just to get fast passes for the ride, and just because.
Flying tits.
Dude, and just because you got a fast pass, there was a still chance you got stuck on the standby.
No.
So even if you got there early as fuck, there's a chance you still wouldn't get in the ride.
I wish that was in the line when they reopened the Michael Jackson 3D. What was it called?
Oh, Captain EO?
Yeah.
You never went back to go watch it?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, about
but
to say.
but there was a reopening, and I mean I would have waited in line for that for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was cool. Dude, I remember watching that as a kid. Mm-hmm. Geez, the first time I went to Disneyland, I think it was for my 4th birthday.
Tight.
Back when it was like $20 to get in.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of the things I remember. I remember Star Tours.
Yeah.
I remember the People Mover.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Sky Buckets.
Oh, those are scary as fuck.
Those were cool, dude. And I remember we timed it perfectly. We were coming out of the Matterhorn, and we went right over one of the parades. And right as we were crossing, it was Aladdin sitting on a like elephant version of Abu.
Okay.
So he came out, and we're right over him, so it's pretty cool. And then I remember Captain EO, and I specifically remember like the boof, 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 boof at the end when the seats are moving with the beat. I remember that like big time, dude.
Yeah, dude, this talk. I don't know. I mean, it was bad.
It was cool, dude.
Yeah, it was cool. And then like the only ride that I was next to it was a Space Mountain.
That was it.
And it's funny because it took me a while to go on Space Mountain actually, but I thought it was kind of creepy because it was indoors, so you can't see anything. So when I was a kid, I'm like, where are they going? And then it was like Space Mountain. I was just like, they're going to space,
and,
you know.
And the best part, dude, when you would stand in line, you can see the ride like just a little window.
Yeah,
you can just see the track.
Yeah,
but yeah, old Disney was better. I'm sorry, I don't like new Disney.
Old Disney was it was simple, it was nice,
and it was cheaper. Oh man. Anyway, so now let's move on to the main part of our show. This is actually going to be a review for The Last of Us 2, and it's going to be led by Dr. Snake here. And don't worry, so if you think like, oh, this and that, blah, blah, we're not going to cover spoilers.
Nope.
We're going to try to avoid them as much as we can.
Yep.
We're not going to cover the drama going around about Last of Us 2.
Not at
just
all.
avoid that. So just going to be totally unbiased review. You know, I will lead the questions and we'll talk about a little this here, there. But Dr. Snake will be leading the review. So here we go for The Last of Us 2 review. Okay, so this is how our reviews are going to work. It's going to kind of be going specifically for games, but also I guess if we ever do movies, comics, blah, 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 we'll figure out how it goes. But strictly for games, we're going to be working off of, there's this YouTuber I follow. His name's Proto Mario. So if you like video game reviews or a lot of like Pokemon stuff, definitely go give him a follow.
Tight.
But for his reviews, he does something called the 5 pillars of gaming. And that's graphics, gameplay, control, sound, and story. So we're going to use those 5 pillars and we're going to grade each one 1 through 5. And then at the end of the 5 pillars, we're going to go and tally up the score for whether it's I still haven't decided what to call it, but I guess it's average. It's score average. Well, obviously, if you get a 5 in each category, you're going to get a 25. And then you can get a 0. So obviously 25 being best, 0 being best. And then at the end, we're going to do the overall score. Again, 1 through 5.
Okay.
And then, what would you recommend?
You got it.
Okay, so here we go. First things first, one of the most important ones that people consider, but graphics. Let's talk about graphics.
So the graphics of the game, it's amazing. I've actually haven't seen graphics like that in quite a while. Maybe the only one that I could compare that is another PlayStation exclusive is called Horizon. But it's probably almost closest to that. The graphics on their face expressions, perfect.
Yeah.
They've there's different emotions that you kind of play as games, and the questions that they ask, when the character feels awkward, or like, oh, should I just stop talking, or just like those emotional expressions that you don't really capture when you see games sometimes.
Right.
That fucking game captured it.
So would you compare it? If I can think about one, could you compare it to Eleanor? You remember the facial capture on that one?
Yeah. You know what? Okay, with Eleanor. Because there was a one. Okay, so Eleanor, I felt like their eyeballs just kept on moving. Their eyebrows kept on going up and down, almost like The Rock.
Oh shit!
And just looking left and right. And then so it was a mixed feeling because you had to play the detective.
Yeah.
And you had to say, oh, what is it? Are they lying? Are they sweating? Are they nervous? Are they whatever? But this one, it plays really good. Like you could actually feel Ellie being emotionally just so much hate, or just happy, or just on the way. You almost forget that it's a game.
Yeah.
So the graphics on that is great. On the cinematics, and actually on the one that tells us like the story, the gameplay, exact same thing. Like when you ride as horses, the hair.
Before we jump into gameplay,
that's right.
So
Okay.
First.
So graphics, yes, graphics, it's there. Graphics is there. I don't have no complaints.
Is it a big jump from part 1 to part 2? Or is it kind of like, okay, I can just see enough to be like, okay, I'm happy?
Not a huge jump, because I feel like even part 1 was actually still really well done. Even the remastered one was actually well done, really well. But for sure, more, I guess we just say more shadowing, more creases, more
like all
movement.
that ray tracing and all that.
Exactly. So not a huge jump, but a jump to appreciate it from the first one.
Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I remember part 1 really did look good. I did like the graphics on that. So overall, what's your score for graphics?
If it's at a 5, 5 out of 5.
Awesome. So that's our first. Let me write this down because I know my ass is gonna forget. So 5.
5.
All right. So moving on. Gameplay. How is the gameplay? Not necessarily controls, but gameplay itself.
Okay, so the gameplay itself, it pretty much it's a sistered image of part 1. Okay. So the controllers are still the same. The throw button is still the same. When you try to switch out your gun, it's still the same with the cross panel. So with the cross panel, healing yourself too when you hold R2, exact same thing. Making weapons, exact same thing. So it's one of those things. It's just like, if it's good the first time, why fix it? Right. So that's how I would say that they actually pursued that, and it's great. So the gameplay plays the exact same thing as part 1. So even if you guys haven't played part 1, if you literally played it back to back, it's almost just reading a continuous story. So you don't have to relearn the controllers again or something different, or like we're like, what the hell? It's like almost playing Gears of War. Okay. I believe it's just like the same mechanics.
Okay, so like, so like kind of like comparing it back to part 1, so it's a lot of the same, like a lot of sneaking, shooting, action, jumping around.
Maybe it's just like when I think when we played Metal Gear Solid 3 and we saw the gameplay, we're like, fuck, he could finally crawl, turn over, and throw the grenade. It's almost like that. They added these little tweaks here and there that makes a difference. That makes it more realistic.
Okay, so everything looks a lot better. Okay,
everything looks a lot better. It pretty much it plays almost the exact same thing as part 1, but better.
So that's good. I mean, if you're a fan of the gameplay style of the first one, I mean, that's good. It's not a big jump. Like I've noticed sometimes some games that like the biggest one I can see that really did it bad was when you went from MGS5 to was it Metal Gear Survive?
Yeah,
that's like a whole different gameplay style. Even between like Metal Gear 4 and Metal Gear Revengeance.
Yeah, your Revengeance. But even I felt it when it was from 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really felt it because obviously Hideo was a huge fan of actual GTA, and I believe that's why he made like the open world. But yeah, different. It was just different. But
different in a good way.
Different in a good way, but when it comes to that gameplay, you won't see the day in light when it's from Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5 to The Last of Us 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean that's good if you're a really big fan of the original gameplay. Like that's gonna be really good for you. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so what would you score it? Would you really score like a 5? Like how do I don't like I want to ask you questions and not necessarily lead you into like, okay, yeah, let's just give this thing a perfect score all the way through. I want to lead you into I don't want to lead you into like a score. So would you say like, because it's so much the same, do you want to give it a lower score, or is it because they just kind of found this perfection that they don't mess with that you want to give it a higher score?
Pretty much the perfection. They've nailed it since part 1. They carried it on for part 2, and they added little tweaks here and there, like the crawling and when you hide like in tall leaves, like they can't see you. So the stealth, it is better because of the environment that they actually plugged it into it. So I'll give it a 5.
Okay.
I'll still give it a 5 because I still love the traditional Last of Us 1.
No.
To carry on for The Last of Us 2.
Let me throw a little wrench in there.
Go ahead.
I do have to ask because I did hear about this and I was like, wow.
Okay.
Enemy AI. I heard it was kind of trash.
Okay. It's very... I feel like they're more exaggerated when you kind of... If you're in a corner and if you see them from a distance, they're like literally scooping each corner. Like, okay, nothing. And then they kind of wish, so they're kind of more dramatic, I guess you would say. So you kind of have to strategize on how to get around. I wouldn't say trash, but it's more obvious that they're patrolling the exact same area twice, probably. But it's pretty good because it's almost things, if you wait, they'll leave. But if you stay there and if you move around, they'll come to you. So it's a distraction to what you want to go from A to B, and you could avoid them completely, or you could take them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
That's for I would say that's more for like the humans, I guess you would say. For the clickers, the runners and stuff like that, they're creepy as fuck.
Oh,
They're
shit.
still there. They're still like they're if you run into one, you'll run into all 12 of them.
Shit.
So I wouldn't say trash. I wouldn't say they're a little bit more a sore thumb,
Okay.
but you still have to plan out where you want to go.
Okay, so it's maybe not be like top flight security of the world, but
Yeah.
maybe a step down.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
just just a little tweak down to make it more, I guess, of a variety for all players.
Okay, now have you tried online yet? Or is there an online?
I don't think there's a line. No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No,
then.
no online.
Scratch that question. Okay, so moving on. Control. How does the game
Control.
control? So you talked a little bit about it, how they kind of just carried over some of the controls for healing, for switching your inventory, but how does it feel? Like, can you feel the weight behind the jumps and all that?
Yes. So when you learn how to pretty much there's another thing actually. There's a run and jump. There's a run and jump that you have to go from this platform to that platform. So you have to kind of like jog and then actually push X and then you're like almost like about to reach down.
Oh.
So you feel like if you could fall, and if you can actually catch into like a good wall or to a building.
Right.
Even when you actually control the gameplay, there's a part if you kind of lean over. Do you remember like in Crash Bandicoot, like the first one, where you kind of like go to the edge? It goes, whoa!
Yeah.
It's almost like that.
Oh, shit.
So obviously Naughty Dog, you know.
Right.
But you have the sense of feeling of if you go further, Ellie will trip and will fall.
Oh, shit.
And then when she falls, she goes like, oh my god! But she doesn't like get harmed or anything like that. Well, I mean, I haven't fallen anything higher than that. but you feel like the tumble. You feel You feel like the actual weight. The weight of the character is the way how you're gonna gameplay. So if you go fucking like I live my life dangerously, for sure you will feel that weight for the gameplay.
Cool. So overall, just super responsive controls.
Super responsive control. No type of glitching. No type of way. There's even a thing that when you that you learn how to like go into cracks and walls and stuff like that. So you really feel the camera kind of narrows down when you go into like a slither, and then actually you feel like you're getting squeezed in. And then you kind of go past that. So for sure the camera angles, the zooming in and zooming out, the vibration on the actual controller actually does feel like if you're actually going into little crevices and under the table under this.
And it's funny you mentioned the camera. I was actually going to ask about that because for the longest time, all gamers know, third-person games, cameras are usually pretty shitty.
Yes.
How's the camera on this?
It's pretty dead on. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you remember the trailer where they showed Ellie, I think underneath a truck or a car, and I think she shoots him in the calf or in the leg, and then he falls down and he shoots him in her head. That's actually real. So that's pretty dead on, because when you actually zoom in, if you're underneath like a table, then you actually feel like you're gonna like, oh, hopefully I can get this shot. And also too, when you actually steady aim, you it moves a little bit.
Oh shit!
You kind of have that sense like, fuck, if I fuck this up, he's gonna hear me, or if I shoot an arm, he's gonna hear me. So the reaction to an actual gunfight is pretty good.
Nice.
Like it's not like a straight shot, like almost like when you play GTA, you just lock on and you're fucking locked on, you know?
Nice. Okay.
So you have like that breathing movement of the actual character.
So what would your score be for control?
4.8.
Okay.
4.8 because I haven't gone that far, so I want to see more of the actual.
I like round numbers, so you want to go 4.5? You want to go 5?
4.5.
Okay.
4.5 because I haven't got that wow movement of the controller just yet.
Okay.
Graphics was there, gameplay was there. Controller, I still want a little more.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm only saying because I suck at math, so that was my thing. Okay. So another important one: sound.
Ooh, baby, you could hear those clickers from a mile away. You will be terrified.
Damn.
I had my brother next to me, and the TV goes, I think, to 1 to 100 on the volume, or 1 to 80, whatever. I had it at 45 or at 30. Dude, he had my pillow over his head.
Oh shit!
Because it sounds so next to you. Like
Damn.
the runners sound creepy as hell. The clickers, they like kind of like they kind of walk a little bit and they kind of do like a yell, and then they kind of walk a little bit and yell. Dude, it sounds creepy as fuck. Enemies sound great. Guns, amazing. I mean, anytime when you actually reload or shoot, you feel like if you're reloading or shooting. Anytime when you actually do the customization for your guns on that table, exactly like part one, you literally feel the cock back when she's shaving off the actual handle. When she's adding more attachments, you feel like oh, nice upgrade, nice upgrade.
Nice.
So definitely you feel the weight. To the sound effect that even if you have a TV or a sound bar or a sound system, yeah, dude, you're totally in it.
Nice. What about music? Music of the game.
Music is good. Music is good. They covered one song that she kind of sings, and it's pretty cool. Really, yeah, I think the sound is there. There. From the actual cutscenes, the way how it's supposed to make you feel is scared or nervous or excited. So, I think they knock it out of the park.
Nice. And then the other important one, especially for this game. Word just went out of my head. Voice acting. The voice acting was very important in this game.
Yes.
I mean, they took forever with the mocap and all that, and actually having people act this out.
Yeah, dude. Even I didn't even know that they had like a Last of Us. Well, from part one, how did they do like a orchestra play?
Really?
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Like I really actually found out that they actually the voice actors did like a screenplay like on stage, and they did the music, and then in between they did like a scenery of the game.
Nice.
So, anyways, game acting, yeah, voice acting, great.
That's cool.
You actually feel that it's Joel, feel that it's Ellie, feel that the other characters are actually there and emotionally feeling on what's going on. I have no complaints actually. I mean everything from even characters that you haven't even seen, like they actually you feel that they're in the fucking crisis and in this messed up world of The Last of Us. Like
Nice.
so
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, you have people like Troy Baker, who obviously
Troy Baker
everywhere in the video game world. If it's not Troy Baker, it's fucking what's his name?
David Hayter.
Sure, why not? No. There's
David
another really big voice actor. His name escapes me right now. But I mean, dude, you have like, so I think I've said this about before. So like, they have this show called Critical Role on YouTube.
Okay.
And it's like on every streaming platform you can think of, and they have voice actors that play D&D. So they voice their characters each differently. It's really interesting to watch, and these are all people that like they've done video games and animes and movies and things like that.
Exactly.
And dude, like 5 of them are like in this game. You have Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie, who I love. Ashley Johnson.
She's great.
The voice actress for the girl Abby is Laura Bailey. Again, Critical Role, really good. Especially the first season of the game, really good character. You have the DM Matt Mercer, who is like pretty much he plays like a lot of small parts, but like in every game, you'd be surprised sometimes. You're like, holy shit, he was in there. Laura Bailey's husband, Travis Willingham, he's in there too. He plays, I think he plays a couple small parts. And then you have, I think her name's Ashley Birch. She's another player off of Critical Role. So they're all in there. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have all these other people, like just amazing voice actors. And funny enough, I just seen this today, but I think they just showed like an Easter egg from in the game, and like I said, because all those voice actors are in there and they're on Critical Role. In one of the houses, you can actually find a game of D&D set up. So it's actually like the whole little floor mat. There's like trees and little characters, and like the book that the player's handbook, or it might be the Dungeon Master's Guide. But either way, it's one of the D&D books, and it's set up, and they have the table set up for the game. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, okay. Overall, again, score for sound.
Sound, give me a 5, baby.
Awesome.
Throw in the 5.
And then last but not least, and this is the point of like where a lot of people are this is where you see a lot of the drama happening.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're going to try to avoid spoilers here. I don't want to give away too many spoilers.
You got it. Yeah, of course.
I will say though, like at this point in time, like the story for this game is as divisive as people are calling this game the Last Jedi of video games.
You know what? I understand that, but it's just so funny how they compare it to that to be like either either you're a diehard fan at something and hate the outcome, or you're a mediocre fan that you're in between, that you appreciate every little movement.
Right.
And I feel like I'm in the appreciate every movement, but it's a good try. It's a good worth a try. You know,
Right.
it's like when George Lucas has said, you know what, I'm done making films. I'm gonna give my, I'm gonna tip my hat to somebody else, and then they have their own part, but I still appreciate it. Like I still appreciate it. So I've heard that plenty of times.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. Like, and it's funny because you can draw the same comparisons in that the game and Last Jedi look amazing because I mean Last Jedi it's hard to find any CGI graphics better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the next movie, Rise of Skywalker, but you don't really see graphics that good. And the same thing seems to happen with Last of Us, where like graphics just look amazing.
Yeah.
But what people are split about is the storyline.
Yeah. So that's how I divided this too. So the storyline and storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline, that's where people get mixed emotions, saying, I didn't either come upon or read any spoilers on how that that came about.
Mm-hmm.
People were disappointed with the storyline, but I feel like the storytelling will make up for it.
Right.
From the emotions, from the actual environment, from the entertainment, I feel like that it's gonna cover up people. So, I mean, even like from the last podcast, IGN gave it a 10.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine already beat it actually, and he gave it a 9.5.
Okay.
Our buddy B Supreme, he kept saying that the storyline wasn't there, but the gameplay was cool, and he still gave it a 10. So that's where I'm trying to figure out that I'm like, okay, so what's it missing? Is it exactly like a Star Wars Episode 1? Something that, we don't see the appreciation in this, but that's where I have to keep playing more, but the storyline and storytelling, this one does become separate.
Right. So you're saying it's not so much about where you're going, but more of your journey there.
The journey there and where you're going and why you're going there for, I think is great.
Okay.
But the storyline, that's where I'm curious to see what's it about, because so far I'm enjoying it. I'm good. Both fucking thumbs up.
Nice.
But I don't know. Like I just can't wait for these people to for I could know why people are mad at this game. But yeah, I just have to find out. I have to find out.
So I like, spoiler alert, Crash Bandicoot kills everybody.
No, he came back and fucking dude. He came back to fuck up Naughty Dog, to be like, you sold me out to Activision.
Yeah.
Pew, pew.
Pretty much, he's gonna come back, kill everybody, announce his game, and then dip. But no. but no. So in all seriousness, so like I said, the stories was splitting everybody. But I like what your analogy is. It's not so much the storyline, but the storytelling that's worth it.
That is totally worth it. I believe that people will sugarcoat from what they heard or what they read or what people told them. I feel like still play this game. Man.
Yeah,
it's still, please play it.
That's like what's his name? It's Neil Druckmann is the I think Neil Druckmann. I think that's his name.
Okay.
So yeah, after all the leaks came out and spoilers and blah blah blah. He said, he's like, you know what? Yeah, like it's out there, whatever. You might have seen it, you might not, whatever. Don't worry about that. Still play it because it's still worth the ride.
Yeah.
So do you think your feelings would be different if you would have seen the spoilers or not?
For me, I'm a type of guy that when I read spoilers, I kind of forget.
Oh, okay.
But I have it still on the back burner and still remember how they said it and why they said it, to be like, okay, I have my own opinion.
Okay.
So it's almost like a good roller coaster that you've waited an hour and a half for, and it's only fucking 30 seconds.
Right. So your score for story, what are you gonna give it?
I'll give it a 4.
Okay, that's fair. So we're gonna tally it up and we'll get our average score now. So tallying up the scores here, we got a 5, 5, 5, 4, and a 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in the order that we give them. So we're looking at about 23.5. So that's not too bad.
I'll give it that. I'll give it that.
So that's your average score for this game, 23.5. So the way we're going to score the way we're gonna put our tiers together. Obviously, if you get a perfect score, you're platinum tier.
Mm-hmm.
That's the top of the top.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say 24 to about maybe 24.5 to about, let's say 18.
Okay.
18 or 19. That'll be your gold tier. Let's say 17 through, let's say 17 to 10. That'll
Okay.
be your silver tier. 9 through 3 is bronze.
Yep.
And then below 3 is your shit tier. So
It's crap.
yeah, pretty much so. But hey, it's not bad, dude. A good gold tier game.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, would you recommend this game to people?
Yes. From the storyline, from the actual storytelling, from if you play part 1, you have to play part 2.
Yeah.
Like you just want to know what continues after that. And also too, there's not many PlayStation exclusives, and this is one of them. This is one of the main ones that that fortunately got postponed and all this and stuff, and I feel like it's a little bit too much longer to wait because you have the PS5 coming through
Right around the corner.
right around the corner. So yeah, and how we said last time too, they even made a fucking bundle.
Yeah.
That it's just like, oh, hey, for your last minute PS4 users, or if you want to collect every PS4 that has came out, which those people are fucking crazy about that because
Yeah.
I've seen.
I've
Hey,
seen people.
but I recommend it. It's different than your average Call of Duty first persons. It's almost this game. It takes a good thing to think about things, because I like to play mindless games that I don't have to fucking put my brain cells into that shit. That like cool, like you have your phone apps and even Call of Duty sometimes.
Yeah.
But this one, if you love a story, if you love reading, if you love novels, I think this is the one that you just can't miss because it covers a good variation, and it shows, dude. It fucking shows you how the world can be.
Right.
If the infection is there, and if all these crises going on, how the cities look like, dude, it's pretty trippy. But I do recommend it to any video game avid.
Okay, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
I do.
So
I do.
overall score. So we tiered it. So we're saying gold tier. Overall score for the game, 1 through 5.
1 through 5,
Mhm.
4.8.
Nice. Okay.
4.8 so far on where I'm at. Again, this is not based off of what people have released as in the spoilers. I haven't read anything of it. Just people just giving me their feedback on it. And personally, you should be your own critic. But it's a great PlayStation exclusive.
Nice. So, like I said, I like round numbers. So we'll go 4.5. Boom. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just bad at math. Like, it took me a second to count all those fucking numbers I was just talking about. I should have paid attention in school.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we got, cool. So we're tiered 4.5, and that's a yes recommendation. Nice.
Yes. It's a
So,
solid yes.
Dude, cool. Our first review is in the bag. I'm going to have to get a pin board. And we'll write all this shit down so we can kind of compare. Like, okay, well, these games are this one, and these games are this one.
Especially when it's a high anticipated game like this.
Yeah, dude.
And it got postponed and got this and got trash talked about and mixed feelings. It's like, how can you not play it even with all those negatives and positives? You have to play it. You just have to to be your own critic.
Yeah, not me. I'm sorry.
You just don't want to make the time of it? Or
No, you know what? Just in general, I'm not that big of a fan of Last of Us.
Okay. That's right.
I had fun with the first game, but not enough to be like, yeah, fuck, cool. That's like fucking orgasmic. No, it was whatever for me.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if I had to compare it was kind of like Metal Gear 4 for me. Metal Gear 4 wasn't the best one.
But that was the wrap up. That was the wrap up.
But it was good. It was good, but it wasn't the best.
Dude, Snake scene old. I cried the whole time.
That was a good ending.
I like literally cried when he had to use a fucking muscle suit just for he could do the missions. That's sad.
The ending was sad. I will say that
was
when he found Big Boss, that was sad. I was like, oh man.
God. He's like, it's like literally using the cane throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Comparatively, what I would say would be a perfect game.
Yeah.
I'll say Metal Gear 3. I thought that was fucking amazing.
Metal Gear 3, man.
Fucking amazing. But again, whatever. It wasn't my review this time around. It was yours. So we'll give it up. So gold tier 4.5. Nice. I got to put this shit down somewhere. But while we're on the subject, review's done.
Yep. Oh.
You actually went and bought Well, not necessarily for you, but you bought 2 versions of the game.
So I bought the collector's edition on Amazon, and I bought the Ellie edition on GameStop. So comparing the two and what is better for your buck, I would say, by my recommendation, and if you're just gonna get it just for the actual 2-play storyline, get the standard edition. So just because you could just be more worth it if you're, I guess, in the leaning of disappointment or not, you know. But what I got was the collector's edition. And it's pretty much, if you like collecting games, if you like them, seeing them pretty, pretty on your shelf, it comes with a tin can. So it's a tin, and it comes with DLC in there, not for the gameplay itself. Unless you pre-ordered it, then it does. But if you didn't, and if you just kind of bought it from somebody else or whatever, it actually comes with avatars, a theme, and something else, but nothing to use under the gameplay. So you're pretty much, you're paying $79.99 for the game, which is $59.99, and then whatever you see the average prices on avatars and on themes, and that's pretty much it, you know. So now that was from it. So I got
so $20 extra for a tin can and some shit you can't really,
pretty much something that just is frameable. That's about it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
I bought it. I bought it because I like the tin. I like the whole concept of
It's hard for me to get excited over a tin case, dude.
I don't know.
I've thrown away so many.
It looks cute.
I will say I still have one tin game, and that would actually have to be I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Well,
that's the only one I still have in a tin.
Gotcha.
I got rid of all the other ones.
Yeah, mine tins are, just real quick, is The Last of Us, Shadow Colossus,
I'm jealous of that one.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption, and Catherine, full body.
All right.
So I have those in full tins, and they're pretty.
I mean, they look nice. I even had an Assassin's Creed 3 one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I didn't want to get rid of the case, like the original case, so I just kept the case and the tin can next to it.
Dude, the first tin I got was fucking Halo 2.
Damn. Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's right.
that was a tin case.
I remember that now.
See? Okay. So anyway, so from the collector's edition, that was it. So my girlfriend actually got the Ellie edition. So we were gonna go halves on the stuff that is in. Most likely, she kept everything. Yeah. But in that Ellie edition, actually, it comes. Okay. Okay. This is a big one. It was $229.99. It was a whopping $200 plus, bro. Okay, so.
Did you just get a hand job with that?
I don't know, man. I hope it was something else like close to that. So it's
Ellie fleshlight. Oh, and it looks like a clicker.
Oh, an infected one.
Oh.
Okay, so it came with the game, tin can, exact same thing of what you would get for the $80 one.
Right.
Came with the backpack. The backpack is pretty damn solid. It's almost like. You know, like the John Spore one, but there was the upgraded John Spore one that came with like the brown leather bottom with extra pockets. Imagine that. So it's really well built for a video game
canvas
backpack.
Or cloth?
So it's canvas on the bottom, but it has 3 pockets in the front and even side pockets, almost where your laptop goes, but it's actually kind of small. But dude, really well built a backpack, and it comes actually with like 2 full-size pins in the front.
Oh, nice.
Comes with more pins, stickers, a record. If you have a record player, it actually comes in a size of a 45, and it has obviously what 45 is. It's just one song, so one song on each side. So then you have 2 songs on each side, and it's blue, so it's dyed blue. What else?
Have you listened to it yet?
No, not yet.
So you know what's on there.
Well, because. I'm a person that likes to keep everything pristine, and then plus I actually have a record of The Last of Us 2 when it was a 45, when it was like a PlayStation exclusive at E3.
Oh, that's right.
That's right, yeah. So I have both copies. I have one it's blue and the other one's like green or some shit. So it comes with that. It comes with the Ellie bracelet that she kind of wears. It has like the palm with the eye in the middle. So it comes with that. And the big thing is the statue. The statue is pretty cool. The statue is I don't even know what the size comparison to that, but it's pretty big. It's pretty huge. The quality of it, I would want it to be more sharper. So if I would even rate the statue from 1 to 5, I'll give it a 3.8.
Okay.
because you see the details, you see the guitar, you have the bow and arrows in her backpack, you have the blood, but I feel like it had to be more shadowy, more like man, she's in this like hellhole, like fucking trying to play guitar, and she's just like trashed.
Right.
So the size is there, and the statue's pretty darn good. So if you would even see it off of eBay, just by itself, that's $120 easily per se because of the size of the size itself. And yeah, that's pretty much it on what you get for that actual special edition. I mean, Ellie edition on The Last of Us 2.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. So, and the packaging, amazing. Actually, I mean, if you're into the way how they actually package, like that thing, everything has its own divider. And it's pretty cool because when you actually pop up the actual cap, you have the divider for the backpack, you have the divider for the actual record and stickers,
Nice.
the game itself. Oh, comes with an art book. That's what my collection edition also came with.
Oh, okay.
It came with an art book, so that's pretty cool. So actually, when you flip the pages, it actually shows you how they actually came across on their designs of the game. So also on the $80 one, and also on the Ellie edition, and also too, it came with how do you call those, like those lithographs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it came with that. It came with the lithograph. It looks like a fucking high school certificate.
Yeah.
And it actually tells you, and it actually has by Naughty Dog. It has a really cool like little like speech of like experience in the game and how they felt about it, and please enjoy it and thank you for the support. So it was pretty much a certificate saying thank you for buying this big ass package.
Nice.
And that is your Ellie edition. Between the $80 one, there was another one, I think right above that didn't have the backpack or the record. So you're like in between, but still have the statue, the DLC. But it's one of those things that you just go big and go home, or just either just stick with the standard edition.
Well, I will have to say I don't think you went big all the way, dog.
Why is that?
There's this collector's item that I mean, you have to be a really big baller to get this shit,
Baller.
and it's $2,300.
The fuck? Okay,
Yes.
Ellie herself better be in my room.
Close enough. It's actually a replica of her guitar.
Ooh.
So Taylor Guitars actually came out. So for people who don't play guitar like myself, there's a brand called Taylor, and they actually make really nice acoustic guitars. So they actually made a replica of her guitar from in game.
Damn. Does it have the moth on the?
It actually does. I'm trying to pull up a picture of it.
That's pretty cool.
But no, but yeah. So it's an exact replica, and as far as I know, on the board, it actually has the design that she has on hers, which is I think like you said, a moth, right?
Yeah, like a moth, and like it's the same moth as what she has on her arm as a tattoo.
Yeah, her tattoo.
And it's one of the, what do you call those, frets? No, what are those?
Yeah, the
spacers?
fretboard.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, the fretboard.
I'm trying to see. All they're really showing is pictures of her actual guitar from the game.
Yeah,
So no actual pictures of the real thing.
yeah,
But I mean, you can kind of assume what it would be like.
yeah,
So I mean, any design that it has in there, and I guarantee you they're probably gonna beat it up a little bit.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, $2,300. If you got the cash, you can drop it.
And it's pretty cool because I mean they the guitar thing I already know, and then they even made beer. I think the company's called Space Out or Space something. It was a hop and juicy and something else. They made the Last of Us beer. I think same flavor but just packaging.
Yeah.
So they the Last of Us actually kind of went above and beyond, even with the guitar, the beer, the game. What else is The Last of Us that you probably heard?
Oh, geez, everything.
Yeah.
Everything and anything.
Yeah. Oh, the PS4 console, like the 1 terabyte,
Yeah.
the controller, the headset. So yeah, dude, they're really grinding this to be a really good release. Fortunately, fucking spoilers went through. I don't know. I feel like if that never breached, I think people would probably appreciate it more.
Maybe. It all depends. But I think they kind of dropped the ball. What would have been the perfect merch would have been a clicker chia pet. That would have been so badass, dude. So then you can play the game, and while you're playing, you can watch your little plants grow and make this fucking monster.
That is pretty. That's like that.
They
That's
missed
a
it.
$1 million idea.
Yeah, dude. Ah, fuck. And I just gave it to Naughty Dog.
Fuck.
Fucking shit.
Ah.
We're never going to get money.
Nah, dude. We
But,
just give each other's ideas and just spoil them right here.
Let's fucking give them all away. Fuck it. Take
Yeah,
it.
just
But,
take it.
yeah, dude. I mean, it's funny because it reminds me a lot of, like, the Fallout 76 stuff. Like, they had, like... they were giving away a backpack and the helmet, and I think they had like a whiskey or something like that.
Yeah, they even
But
had like the little arm bracelet.
I think in the end, the Pit-Boy was the only thing that was worth it, and the actual
Pretty
helmet
much.
itself, because then like everything else that came out with that game was just crappy. Because they had this beautiful picture of like this whiskey bottle that was shaped like the Nuka-Cola, and when people got it, it was actually just a plastic covering around like a standard bottle.
That's cool.
And I think it was just like whatever. But the thing is, they showed this awesome picture of a bottle shaped like the soda bottle.
Yeah.
And instead, it was just this piece of plastic that went around it. So there wasn't really, it wasn't as nice.
Yeah.
I think the backpack they got was actually made of plastic and not canvas, because apparently there was a canvas shortage.
What the hell?
How the hell does that happen? Unless Chuck Taylor's bought it all up.
I guess so.
Must have been. But I mean, it's good to see like they went all out with their merch, and it looks good. Like I said, I mean the guitar looks nice. Looks really fucking nice. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, dude. I mean, hey, that's our review.
Yeah. So that's the two versions that I got. Was the collectors and the Ellie, and yeah. I mean, I think they're really cool. If you're into The Last of Us, great collector pieces, great items in there. Like how I said, the backpack was super fucking legit. I'm sure my girlfriend's gonna use it and thrash it just like Ellie, But dude, it's pretty cool. If you have the buck, go for it. But if you just want to try it out, heard about The Last of Us, maybe last minute or still mixed reviews, I think the first one's for $10. Grab that and then beat that. Grab part 2. I'm sure by then, like by Black Friday, you'll probably have it cheaper. Yeah, dude, it's great storytelling. I think it's another, because you don't really have that in much games, and that's where it kind of gets saturated.
Yeah.
And then even when I played Horizon, I played it, I got it. Then she's like a chick that wants to be above her village, and what she wants to show her pride, almost like Mulan, I believe. It just the little side storytelling, and it was just, I lost it, and I think I gave you the copy, or I
give it to somebody.
I give it to somebody, but see, like that's the thing too. Most games don't have a really how should I say, like a really impact on these people to actually continue with the story and follow through.
Well, I mean, Horizon is getting a sequel.
It looks amazing.
It looks good.
I won't get it though.
Yeah, it just wasn't for me. I think
I won't get it.
I mean, it reminded me of like that movie Brave, but with dinosaurs. And
with robotic dinosaurs.
Yeah, it was like Brave, Terminator, and Jurassic Park.
Damn.
That's
it
pretty
sounds
much
like a good mix, but when you play Horizon, you're like,
Yeah, I think it was all missing was like that Scottish accent.
yeah.
That was it. But there you go, guys. I mean, if you have the money, go all out for the fucking Ellie edition. If not, if you just want to try it out, fuck it, just get the standard.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully we kind of help you guys decide, get to know what's up. And you know what? We'll call it a show right there, man.
Let's do it.
That's it. So, as always, we'll leave all our stuff in the doobly-doo down there. We have our Instagram pages, Empire Nerd Pod, the PokéTrooper, Loads of Sneakers. Give it, again, like always, give it a follow, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Let us know in the comments. Have you played the game yet, and have you beaten it? And what do you think? And remember, try to keep it spoiler free, guys. We want to make sure no one misses out on playing this story if they really want to experience it. So, you know what? So go ahead, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Follow us on all the socials. And yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. And we hope you enjoyed the show.
Yay!
So as always, I've been the PokéTrooper.
Dr. Snakos.
Smell you later, nerds.